Why do most investors fail at wealth creation?
Shubham, that's a very interesting question. If you have 14% expectation from the market, I think that is your problem and that is not market's problem. It's a myth that direct stock investing will make you more money than mutual fund.
If someone wants to build a wealth, let's say of 10 crores and he earns an average 50,000, what is the one advice or one thing which you would say that he should go about?
The roadmap to be able to create wealth is a very simple equation. The Chinese stocks available at 1/3 or 1/4 of India valuation.
Zomato changed into Eternal and now they're exploring different industries as well. How the professionals can upskill themselves and contribute to the economy.
As anybody who's watching this video, you focus on what your core expertise is, and I think the biggest problem I see, not just in the young generation but in our generation as well, is
my last question would be related to legacy and purpose of life. So in your view, what does the true wealth actually means for you? And then is it just about numbers, or is there something else you want to give an advice to students and professionals? Because often we try to compete with each other. Okay, that this much has this much, he's earning that much, he's growing here, he's going to that country, we are here, so on. So we often try to compare the scenarios, the situations, the macro events, micro events. So I just wanted to ask you that what will be your advice for the legacy and purpose of all your investing journey throughout your life?
yeah, I think for me, I don't consider somebody as wealthy just because he or she would have an X amount of money. For me, being wealthy is to be able to have the time to do what you want to do. Right? I would consider myself wealthy if I decide that I want to go for a 5-day vacation. I can actually go for a 5-day vacation without wanting to reply to WhatsApp or emails, just because I have to as a part of my job. So for me, if I'm able to create time for myself, and if I'm able to do what I really love doing and not have to do, then I think I'm wealthy. Of course, somebody who's hearing me may think this is psychological or philosophical, but this is very true. Okay. Uh, of course, I'm not saying money is not important. I'd be stupid to make that comment. But I'm saying that only having money, but yet not having time for yourself, doesn't make you wealthy. So for me, it is money which gives me the freedom for me to be able to do what I want to do at my pace and at my time is wealth. Um, I think the biggest problem that I see, not just in the young generation but in our generation as well, is you trying to compare your success or your failures with somebody else.
Yes.
Right? And again, this is very behavioral. So let's say if my portfolio has gone down 5%, but you come and tell me, shit, my portfolio went down 20%. Instead of being sad that my portfolio went down by 5%, I'll be very happy that yours went down by 20%. It's just human behavior, right? And like I told you, investing is 80% behavior and 20% knowledge. I think life is also 80% behavior, where your behavior will decide whether you are happy or sad. I know of people who are 1/10 of the wealth that I have, but they are happier than I am. And I know people who have 10 times more wealth than I have, but unhappier than. So
True.
I think it's all about being able to be content with what you have or what is possible. I think that is my message to a lot of people who are actually watching us, right? That there is no end to the amount of money that you might want to make or you really can make. At every point in time, you will have somebody who's better than you, right?
True,
Today,
correct.
you ask me a question, how to reach 10 crore, right? I guarantee you that that person, when reaches 10 crore, will then suddenly start realizing that he knows somebody who's got 100 crore and he might want to walk the path of being at 100 crore. And at 100 crore, he will see somebody at 1,000 crore. There's no end to it. So very honestly, what I've really learned is that money is extremely important. I'll be stupid if I tell you that money does not buy you happiness. But the point is, you have to realize and train yourself of how much is enough. The day you've been able to define that and actually live with it, I think I think you will really be wealthy.